Part one, national test.
Okay, so one of the most important skills that I've learned in life is how to cook. And I started when I was like really young, like 5 or 6 something, when I like started cooking with my grandmother. She was the one who taught me because she was mostly the one that I actually like spent my time with when I was younger. And we cooked together and we cooked like pancakes, a pizza, simple stuff. Yeah, that's what we did. But then as I grew older, I didn't really care that much about cooking, and school got in the way and stuff. So then when I came to like 6th grade or something, we started doing home economics, and then we cook and we do other stuff as well, but we mostly cooked. And that's when I started learning like how to do some basic stuff, like how to mix different ingredients and bring out the flavor in different foods. And that's kind of when the interest peaked again. And I didn't always do very well, because you always have like ups and downs. But then I worked a lot how to like to make to improve.
Yeah.
Yeah, and eventually I managed like win a prize for home economics and cooking and stuff. So I actually think that it's a thing that I'm proud of as well.
I think one of the most important practical skills I have in life is dancing. I started dancing when I was around 6 in Iran, and I started dancing ballet, which my mom signed me up for because she thought it was a nice art form and also a good way to do physical activity at a young age. And I moved to Sweden after 1 year, and there for 2 to 3 years I stopped dancing. And when I was at the age of 10, I moved to Italy where I started dancing again. And there I changed the genre and I started dancing hip hop instead of ballet because I was really interested in and listened to a lot of hip hop music, and I thought it would be a nice skill to have to be able to dance to the music I most listen to. And the teacher that helped me most through my life was a teacher I had in Italy, and she helped me a lot since at the beginning when I started dancing. I was at a lower level than the other girls that were in my same group, and it was very hard for me. I wanted to quit at the first. I wanted to quit at the beginning because I felt like I was less. I wanted to quit at the beginning because I thought I was less talented than the other girls, but she kept me going and I practiced a lot with her. And at the end, after about 1.5 years, I was at the same level as the other girls in my group.
So why do you think dancing and this skill is like important in life for you and to other people?
For me, I think one of the main things about dancing is that it's a physical activity that I enjoy because physical health is obviously very important, and I think it's very nice to be able to do physical activity that you enjoy and that you don't feel forced to do. And it's also a very nice form of art. I mean, with other people and in society, it's a form of entertainment at public events. It's a form of entertaining other people.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you think is most important for you and others about cooking?
Well, since I have to move out sometime, I can't even always stay with my parents. I will have to cook for myself, and that's why cooking is so important. You have to know how to take care of yourself. You can't always rely on going to buy stuff and going to restaurants and stuff because that can get really pricey. And then just to be able to control what you're eating yourself is very important too, cause so you don't like actually always you don't always go and buy stuff, because you have to be healthy in life. You should try to be healthy, and if you cook yourself, it's easier to be healthy because then you can actually control what you're putting in your food, and yeah, that's good for everyone. I think if everyone knows how to cook, they can be healthier and they can be.
Part 2, national test. I think 2 important personal qualities and skills in life is handling stress and positive thinking. I think they are also connected. I think, handling stress is something you will always need to know in life, whether it comes to school or personal life or work. There will always be stress in your life. And I think positive thinking is connected in with handling stress in a way that if you're better at handling stress, you're going to be more of a positive thinker. It's going to be easier for you to not think as negative about life.
Mm.
And I think mostly handling stress is a skill that you learn throughout time, throughout life. You will learn how to prioritize, because handling stress is also a lot about prioritizing. For example, in school, if you want to be able to handle workload stress in a healthy way, then you will have to understand that you have to put more time into it. And positive thinking also comes from being able to handle stress. If you prioritize workload over maybe going out with your friends, then you will have you can have less accumulated workloads at one time, which can help you be more calm and have a better positive thinking. And for me, I think handling stress is more important between the two, because I think it also connects to positive thinking. Once you are able to handle stress in a healthy way, positive thinking will follow. Even though positive thinking is also connected to personal circumstances, life circumstances. For example, sometimes it will be impossible to have a positive thinking all the time, because
you might have something personal in your life that will bring you down.
Exactly. There are a lot of personal issues and problems that occur throughout life, which can affect this.
Yeah, and I agree with handling stress will be the most important one, because of the outcome of handling stress.
I think handling stress is also important for social life, because if you have a lot of stress in your life, you will start maybe shutting people out, because you have to work on one specific thing. You have to put all your time and focus on one specific thing. And maybe you will lose people or be less connected to people in your life because of this. So I think handling it is a very good method to also keep relationships with different people in your life.
Keep your life going, so you can do other things, because work isn't everything.
Exactly.
So
yeah, also social life is important. Wait, no. Social. Also, a social life is important for a well mental being. Oh, and being able to handle stress will usually make you do your job better. So in society, that could help if people are more stressed and are not able to work as well. This could affect other people as well, because this could affect other people. This could affect other people as well if their job consists of interacting with other individuals.
Sure.
And what have you chosen as good qualities to have in life?
I chose taking responsibility and taking initiatives, because I feel like the two also connect us a lot, just as yours did. And these skills are important for life, in the way that you always will have to eventually take responsibility, take initiatives, to not miss out on opportunities you're going to get in life. For example, in school, you'll have to, start taking responsibility as you get older. You have to take responsibility of your own grades and your own homework and stuff, so that you will pass your courses, and so that you'll go further in life, and then you'll continue in life. And taking initiatives also has to do a lot with taking responsibility to actually do something yourself, because everything in life won't be handed to you on a silver plate. You'll have to make stuff yourself. You have to go to your own job interviews. You'll have to go to your own schools, maybe apply for scholarships or something that you have to do yourself. Not your parents can't always do this for you. You can't always rely on your teachers doing everything for you. So that's why I think it's important for life. And I think people will learn them as they get older. People will have to be forced to learn them in a way, because otherwise I don't think you can function as a human, an adult.
Exactly.
If you don't take responsibility, you can't really function. And
Yeah, it really interferes with your life if you do not take responsibility. And I think responsibility being taken at a younger age will always have better outcomes than starting to take responsibility
when you're 20.
Exactly.
So you will have to learn as you're a teenager, like we are doing now.
Exactly.
And learning about how we will have to take responsibility of our own schoolwork and stuff.
One example is how in grundskola, no, I can't say grundskola. No, they would say grundskola.
Middle school.
In middle, and for example, in middle school, for example, in middle school, with different subjects, our homework was always checked, and we had teachers following us around every step we were doing. But right now, in upper secondary school, it's very different. We have to take initiative ourselves. We have to do our homework to be able to be ready for
the tests and stuff.
To not have accumulated workloads altogether at once.
Because now it's more about, actually doing it yourself, and then if you don't get the grade, you don't get the grade.
Exactly.
I think we both agree that taking responsibility is kind of the most important one.
Yeah, because I think it leads up to
taking initiatives.
No, it doesn't lead up.
No, but it does have to do with initiatives as well. Because if you're not responsible enough to take your own initiatives, you will miss out on a lot of stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
You will.
I agree.
And that's why it's meaningful in people's social life, because you can miss out on a lot of stuff if you don't take responsibility. So yeah, in your social life, it affects the image that people view of you. If you're a really an irresponsible person, people will think that they won't think as well of you. I mean, you have to take responsibility, and people will appreciate that. Your friends and
especially when as an adult, it's very important.
Yeah.
I think taking responsibility is a quality that's really praised.
It is, yeah. And also when you're a teenager, adults will look up to you when you take responsibility, which will help you if you want to get a job or something in our age as well. And that's how it also affects the society and how you are in society. Because in the end, you'll have to take responsibility to be an adult in society, when you'll eventually in life have to take responsibility for someone else, not only yourself.
Exactly. Once you're going to have a family, there's going to be more individuals depending on you other than yourself.
So that's why it's important to do that.